Hey, I'm back with another stream, and in this one we are going to be working on the blog post page. So this is a mobile version of the web page right here. This is the blog, and I've just opened. Let's try Photosec this time. So here's a tweet, right? This tweet should not be taking, like, the width of this tweet is disproportionate compared to the rest of the website. This tweet should ideally be just like, it shouldn't be even scrollable. It should, like, the width of this image should be the width of the web page. By the way, let me show you why I'm going to be fixing this. So I've been writing a new blog post actually, and it has all these super cool pictures that I've taken with my housemate. My housemate has a very expensive and nice camera, and I've asked him if we could just take some nice pictures together, and he didn't say no. So this blog post actually has some really nice pictures, but there's a problem with the blog post. So if there's a single picture, there is no need to show the scroll bar, right? Why is there a margin left and right to this picture, for example, right? Okay, so the problem lies in how the width of the image carousel, or the images inside the image carousel is calculated. So let's go back here. Where's that tweet? Yeah, there you go, right? This tweet should not be this wide. So first thing first, we're gonna fix this problem. And I want to fix this issue without breaking any of the other blogs. So let's open one of the most critical ones, personal website. This one has a super tall image, and Photosec has a super wide image, and this one has a single image that shouldn't really have this area at the right side. Okay, so let's fix it for Photosec first, and then we're going to come back to the other ones, and then we're going to see if we have broken anything, or maybe not. We'll see. So why is this super wide? Let's go back to the code and let's try to understand why. By the way, this is the full blog post. I'm probably giving you a sneak peek before it gets released, but I guess, yeah, do what you will. This is ImageCarousel.sas. Let's open ImageCarousel. Oh no. And this is the image carousel, right? This is the source of the image carousel. And in here, you can see where our image is. The image has a class name AutoSizeImage, and then you have an image spacer that we've written in here. The image spacer is a function. We'll talk about how this thing works in a minute, but before we do that, let's take a look into image AutoSizeImage. So if you go in here, AutoSizeImage, how is this? So this calculates the width of the image, and just by looking at this, I can see a problem. When did I write this? Okay, this is quite old. Like, I've learned a lot more CSS compared to December. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so width is automatically calculated, and the height is 100 pixels, and the max height is specified as 400 pixels. This is fundamentally wrong, because we can specify width as auto. Like, it's not going to care about this because you specify height as 100 and max height as 400. If you specify height 100, it's always going to try to hit that 400 pixel mark, unless the image is image contains less pixels than 400 in terms of the height. So when we go back to the tweet in here, oh no, let's go back to the tweet in here. There, this image probably doesn't have a height of 400, and that's why it's showing up as this. So let's see that image. Can we open this in a new tab? That should be an option, right? There. Open image in a new tab. Yeah, this image definitely is not 400 pixels tall. So the height of this image is 41 pixels. That's why this image is not super tall, and because of that, the height variable gets calculated as 41. And then if the height is 41, so if the height is 41, you have to make it so that the image takes this is super difficult to explain, but just bear with me. This height should not be 100%, but this should be automatically calculated based on the original height of this image. So if you specify width and height auto, and if you specify max height and max width as, like, let's say 100%. All right. So now this will ensure each and every single image will take a maximum width of 100 pixels. So if the image is super wide, then the image is guaranteed to take 100% of the div that's in. Like if the image is 1 pixel tall and then a million pixels wide, then this image is going to only take the size of the width, size of the div that it is in. I'm going to repeat that. The image will only take the width of the div that it is currently in, no matter how wide it is. This will ensure that the image will take the size of the div. And max height 400 will ensure that even if the image is super tall, it will only have a maximum height of 400 pixels. So if you go back to the blog now, and if you refresh this page, you're going to see, oh, didn't even need to refresh. You're going to see this image is actually taking 100% of the width of the div, even if it's super wide, right? But we still have this annoying scroll bar in here. We're going to get rid of it in a minute. Let's close this. Let's refresh these pages as well and make sure, yep, it looks exactly as it was before. We haven't broken anything. We have only specified a new way of calculating width. So let's investigate why the scroll bar is still here. There must be some margins or padding or something that is like adding some white space to the right of the item, right? Okay, so this is a single item, and like if there's a single thing in the image carousel, there's no need to add margin right to it, right? So this is the culprit in here. Like if we get rid of this, we also get rid of the scroll bar. All right, so why are we adding a margin right to the items with only one element, to the carousels with only a single media file? I called it a media file rather than an image. Stay tuned for the next stream. I'm thinking about making something really interesting, and here is, well, I'm showing you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put MP4 files inside image carousels, and we're gonna rename it to media carousel. Anyway, we're not gonna do it today. That's probably tomorrow's or like the next stream's task basically. But I have to do it before I release this blog post. So, okay, let's see how we're using this image spacer. So this image spacer is taking an index and also an image load length. Okay, so if there's only a single image, then I don't think this doesn't look right. Okay, so how should this work? So if there's only a single image, there should be no margins, and then consecutive images that gets added after that should have a margin left, so they get spaced, so they get even spacing towards. Yeah, why did I do it like this? Okay, let me just. There must be a reason why I did it like this. I don't remember. I might just go back to the stream and watch it, but let's not do that. Okay, so actually I needed that code. I don't know how to write it again. So if the index is greater than 1, no, if the index is greater than 0, which means if we're beyond the first element now, if the index is greater than 0, then return margin left 1. That should just fix the problem, and we can be probably can get rid of all of these. And if that's not the case, return no. Yeah. We don't even need the length, probably. Right? Let's get rid of this and let's see what we break. I don't think anything's gonna break. Like, this is how it should have been all along. Maybe. Okay, if I fail, I might just go back to the previous stream and see why I have done it that way. Yeah, that looks okay. That looks absolutely fine. What did we break? Maybe I will just, I don't know. I'm very tempted to go back to see if you fixed the issue. And the image carousel is just behaving just as expected, right? Okay, I'm going to revert back and I'm going to try and understand what I have been doing before. So this is the previous code, right? If index equals 0, then margin right 1. So if it's the first element, then at the right margin. If index is length minus 1, what's the length? Let's say length is 4. Let's say we have 4 elements. If the index is, if it's the last element, then at the margin left. I absolutely have zero idea why I did this. So I add margin right if it's the first thing. I add margin left if it's the last element. And otherwise, I just return margin. Funny. Maybe it's because, okay, let me go back to Photos Export. Maybe it has to do something with the screenshots in here. Not really, no. Interesting. Why did I do that? And this should be perfectly centered now. Yeah, it is. Huh. Okay. I don't know. I don't see a valid reason anymore. I'll just get rid of these, and I can probably get rid of that function as well. Like, I can do the thing that I've learned in my previous stream. I can do index greater than 0, and then I'm not sure if that's going to work. If that does, it does. Let's see. Yeah, that does work. All right, cool. See, we fixed it. And ML2 is probably going to be a bit too much. Yeah, I want something in the middle. So that's ML1. You know what? We can go with this for now. It's okay. It does the job. I might be getting rid of Bootstrap in sometime in the very far future, but when that comes, we're gonna have to modify this again. See this? This is gonna turn into a video sometime. It's great. Okay, it's absolutely great. Okay, we fixed the stupid issue. Cool. Well, that's it for today's stream, and in the next one we're gonna put a video inside inside the image carousel. We're gonna rename this thing as media carousel because it's not gonna contain images, it's gonna also contain videos. We'll see how that goes. I have to do a lot of preliminary work before attempting that, and I don't think it's gonna work easily. Like there's probably gonna be some difficulties. Like we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Okay, well, thank you for joining the stream, and I will see you on the next one. Good night, everyone. Bye.